when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes. You can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mom.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that run. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
first carry now for Isaiah Spiller.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Landry now in motion right. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep here for Palmer. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Burrow on play action. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
I'm one, right?
They go play action now. Burrow finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. Fights through it. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. You think about the strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
On third down, Mayfield.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
11.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down, right near the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
King! Hey, alert! Real. Pistol.
4th down, Mayfield. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And Raiders first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On 2.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Austin. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Mayfield now from the 50. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Come on, ready?
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. So we've reached the intermission of what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Right.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Catch made. It's Moreau.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Henderson will try and run for the first. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. Open there, down the field is Landry. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is caught. It's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal on the 3-yard line.
Cook. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
11 empty.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run it here. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
16. Chargers 8.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
They're on the 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. There to make the tackle, Deion Leonard. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be...
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Calvin Austin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to pass. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, but teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 62 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce.
Know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
No, I'm just going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Third and goal, Burrow. And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point good by Hopkins, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
King. Real.
Mayfield. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Raiders on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow on play action. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A quick throw there out to Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
The Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th.
He hits Adams, complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. You call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Las Vegas,
it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.